Peace, peace. Yeah, you know it's AllahKing Wize right here.
I'm on my fast right here. My monthly fast is 72 hours every month to enhance the discipline, go through the rejuvenation. I get rejuvenated. Go through this rejuvenation, and there's different ways you can fast, though, you can fast from something that you regularly do all the time. But when I be fasting from food, I still do liquid. Usually in my first 24 hours, I don't do any liquid. I start drinking like within 48 hours. But sometimes I do it different ways. I experiment different ways with it, right? To extract the most out of the experience. So fasting is prescribed. It allows your will to come into activation, to deal with the challenges and the demands of living itself. And so Allah, that's what he said, fast. When you come to the 5% nation, God's urge, usually you go on a 3-day fast. You're not biologically born in the nation. And so I was doing like 30 minutes over there on Facebook. So I'm coming to shine some of this on the wisdom of God over here. Express a little bit. I was building on some things, man. I'm always coming from a different angle. And I'm always like giving a different perspective to get you to look at something from a different, point of view. So that's how I'll be wise. So I'm gonna bring to you some insight. I'm gonna bring to you warrior insight, though. 360-degree execution. That's WIZE. That's what wise is to me, warrior insight. 360-degree execution, right? And the W in my name also is like weave. I weave things together. So now, when you think about what's going on, Bobby? When you think about fasting and the poise of fasting, you gotta think about how do you generate power? And in our lessons, we talk about the 5 stages of consciousness, 7 planes of energy. We say it's conscious, subconscious, superconscious, magnetic conscious, infinite conscious. We say on the 7 planes of energy is physical, emotional, mental, will, control, realization, infinite. Sometimes people have a different order with physical, mental, emotional, will, control, realization, infinite. So how do you activate these things, though? When I say activate, how do you bring these things into a living experience? How can you function and operate from magnetic consciousness? How can you operate on the plane of realization? It's certain things that you have to do in how you live, how you think, how you move. So we talk about the wisdom of God, the ways of God. And we looking at the ways of God as a person of the 5% nation. We looking at Allah the Father, the one primary example of why we do what we do and how we do what we do. Some people want to give him the real just due. Some people rather talk about a fucking entertainer. You got some entertainers that brought some wisdom into the equation of that entertainment. You got, I'm talking about a sports player. You want to emulate this sports player. You try to emulate this entertainer. You try to go to some 5% nation individuals now. You have all these people that you have looked at that want to try to be like, what about Allah the Father? What about, this man who walked upon this earth? And we know for a fact that there's people physically still alive that was right there with him walking and talking. Allah the Father, Allah, Almighty God, Allah. See what I'm saying? A man who came in the name as Allah, right? And built and established a presence in the midst of white supremacy elite and showed and proved the ways of Almighty God, Allah himself. I'm inspired by that. That right there is very inspirational to me because when you start to go into a grown man, right? And you begin to understand what are the elements of manhood, real black manhood, what do I supposed to establish for myself? What do I supposed to accomplish in this world before I'm no longer physically here? Certain things that's placed before us as distractions. You're just distracted by certain shit. So your mind not really focused on the real things that you should be focused on. That's according to a design plan. Because I'm going to go to the degree, right? We say, why does the devil teach the 85% that a mystery God bring all this? Or why does the devil teach the 85% that a mystery God causes all this? And what that degree is referred to is the one before that. So I'm talking about the 9th degree. Is wisdom God come to born. So that's 9. I'm talking about 9. You know what I'm saying? So the one before that is what makes rain, hail, snow, and earthquakes. And at the end of that degree it says all the above or all that above is caused by the Son of Man. It's caused by the Son of Man. Meaning it's initiated. It's produced. It's made to happen by the Son of Man. So the question will be, who is the Son of Man? What is the Son of Man? What characteristics does the Son of Man display? Because now, we got a point where it's saying that the devil, we're saying individual who is in seats of power, white supremacist motherfuckers, is teaching that all that is being caused by the Son of Man. But it gets more deeper than that. Can you say, what can get more deeper than that? I'm going to tell you how it goes right here. In the answer it says, to conceal the true and living God, who is the Son of Man, and makes slaves out of 85% by keeping them worshiping something he know they cannot see invisible. And he lives and makes himself rich from their labor. The 85% know that it ain't no snow, no thunder, but they do not try to learn who it is that causes us to have it by letting the 5% teach them. They believe in the 10% on what? Face value. So I'm going to go to this specific part of that. They make themselves rich from their labor. How so? So they teaching that a mystery God caused all that is labeled rain, hail, or earthquakes. They getting rich off of that. How? explain how. So, when you study sociology, right? The curriculum of sociology deals with basically the collective psychology of people as a collective. Psychology deals with the mind, operates of the mind, why the mind does what it does, why people think what they think, act the way they act, feel what they feel. Sociology is the collectiveness of that, of society, the collective group of people that lives in society. Why they think what they do. Why they think what they think, why they do what they do. Inside of these sociology curriculums, you got these people who got these theories. One of these theories is the conflict theory, where they speak about the power of the elite manipulating the vast majority of a society and keeping them poor on purpose. Then you got different other theories that say, nah, that's not what it is. That if you are poor because you were meant to be poor. That this is just your design, fate, and life. Or you made some decisions, and this is the result of your decision. And this is where we talk about rain, hail, snow, and earthquakes. See, I'm going to give you a different perspective. Right? Rain, hail, snow, and earthquakes can be related to emotional expressions, identifying certain ways of what you feel, and how it coincides with how you act. It can be a condition in society, because a lot of times we associate our feelings with weather patterns. Oh, it's rainy day, it's gloomy, you know what I mean? So you got that sadness. Oh, it's sunny outside and you relate it joyful. So it's different ways of how weather patterns relate to emotional identities and what people feel and what people think and how people act. And when you have this documented over periods of time where they have examined societies and ran experiments on people and checked off what took place when they presented this way, they presented that way, and the people responded like this, and they reproduced that same thing over and over and over, and they kept seeing the same type of results based on certain percentages and certain population of people that they're evaluating. This is how they can say what makes rain, hail, snow, and earthquakes, and how to manipulate individuals in a situation where they act counterproductive to their own interests as an individual or as a people. They're causing us to function on a level that is self-destructive based off of how they structure the society. They got the society structured a certain way. And when you structure something a certain way, mathematical science can show you the cause and the effect of this specific situation right here. So when it's understood that if you keep a person in a certain type of situation, such as poverty, that their response to that situation is going to be one of desperation. It's going to be one of what's considered to be very animalistic. Survival of the fittest, cutthroat, violence. All these things are the byproduct of an environment, right? But let's get deeper and say, well, it's somebody who actually manufactured that environment. This environment is just not here by chance. This environment was structured this way. You know what I'm saying? This environment has been structured this way. Then people are able to justify their existence like that. So now they can say, well, we need this high-level police presence. All we need is funding right here for this type of penitentiary institution, this jail. We need more police in this community. We need these hard laws in place, these tough laws in place. We need this. Why do we need this? Look at what's going on right here. Look at what just happened. He went over there, shot this person in the head. He went over here, robbed the store. He went over here and did whatever. What's the cause of that person doing that? And when you study sociology and psychology, it's clear. It's no mystery. You're trying to make me think that a mystery God or a mystery devil is what's behind these things. No, it's real people with brains, tangible brain, human. You understand? When you niggas talking about demons and angels, all these people with a certain state of mind. You're not talking about a foreign creature. You're not. So you say, you got the animal kingdom, you got the vegetable kingdom, mineral kingdom. The people who are original, or just humans in general, we're above those things. We have close association with animal through our brain structure. So if I understand how the brain operates, but you don't, I wipe away certain parts of your understanding of that. Because why? We were made slaves. So if you take a whole people and subject them to a certain type of miseducation about self, the basic fundamentals of how do your brain work, how do your mind operate, how do your emotions operate, and then I feed you all these false concepts which cause you to think certain ways, will cause you to feel a certain way, and cause you to act a certain way, all counterproductive to your own self-growth and development, and then blame you for your situation and why you are going through what you're going through. And not only that, make you in your mind see your situation as one that you glorify. Just kill this nigga. Smoke the op. Now smoking on the op. But check this out. You got a whole fleet of white motherfuckers who say, yo, we white such and such nationalists, we pro-white, we hate niggas. You know what I'm saying? So the real ones with the power, you'll never speak like that though. Like somebody that's sitting up in Congress somewhere, you usually don't hear them talk like that. Because check it out. If it's Satan, if when we describe Satan or the devil, and we know it's a real person or people, and the main characteristics of Satan is deceptive intelligence. Why would he ever say, you know what I'm saying? Why would he come and say, you know what, I am the devil. I am the one that come to devour your existence or feed off your existence and enslave you into subjecting your will to do what I want you to do so I can live in luxury. He's not going to say that. So even a white individual comes and say, yo, I'm a white supremacist. He ain't no fucking body. When people run around white boys and shit, they got little guns and listen, motherfuckers ain't nobody. Or we don't like black people, or we fuck the Jews, or we do this. No, the niggas ain't nobody. They ain't frontline soldiers. But the ones who have that power to affect masses of people into a situation where they are stuck in the underclass or even stuck in any other classes that's below the upper class. Right? These people dealing with a different type of intelligence. That type of person, or those type of people dealing with a different type of intelligence that's operating outside of this form of thinking. Stratification. This underclass, working class, you see what I'm saying? Middle, upper middle class, high class, you got ultra. You got another layer all the way up. And what they do is send down curriculums of how to miseducate a motherfucker. Teach you the wrong thing, and you learning the wrong thing, so you acting against your own best interest. That's deep, yo. When you got an individual who can come up with a curriculum to make you function function and operate in your own demise. Like you participate in your own destruction with the joy and glorification of it. That's deep. That is what you call satanic. And so that's why the wisdom of God got to be inserted. The true wisdom of God. See, some people ain't built for this shit to bring it. Because why? Sometimes you put your physical life on the line because you disrupted something that is very big on a certain level of relativity. It's only big related to the state and condition that we exist in as far as monetary wise. It's not big population wise. This place is like 1%. And now they say 10%, but we take knowledge as an insightful, you come back to what knowledge? So that 1%, small population of individuals controlling masses of individuals. How could that be? That means it's a design plan, but why is it designed this way? This is why I love the lesson so much, because it explains why it exists this way. See, some people get defeated and lose confidence. It's like, yo, you know, nothing we can do about it, so we can't be let us join them. Nah, fuck that. There's no joining them. You just gotta gain the right knowledge and know how to apply it. This is why Web3 is so important. This is why the blockchain is so important. This is why all these aspects of advancing the technology platforms is so important. And not neglecting the land either, the physical land. They're talking about land up inside space and all that stuff. That's good in the metaverse. Cool. Don't forget the land that we walk on. The Father said the earth must be built on. Don't forget this part, because that's where it all comes back down to. Pieces of this land. The planet Earth belongs to God, right? Think about when you start to focus on that. Think about, imagine this. All the little young street organizations that exist around the whole United States, right? We got all these young boys that's moving like warriors, but they like moving in a state of savagery. Look at the type of courage they have. Look at the type of ambition they have, but it's retarded and perverted. Can you imagine if that energy, that force and power was cultivated, galvanized for a common cause that was in the best interest of our people who have descended from slavery? We descended from not just slavery, right? We descend from 100 years of lynching. So that's why they don't want to teach critical race theory in the school. That's a deep subject right there. Why they don't want to teach critical race theory? Why do they not want white children to learn how to empathize, not necessarily empathize, but to sympathize with the plight and cause of black